I forgot my own name. Snack would speak up and say, I don't think they know that it travels via spore. By spore, she wouldn't say via. She doesn't know big words.
In fact, via is a very small word.
That's a bit of a vocabulary. Yeah.
What?
We should get this information out then. I think we should return to the bistro and tell the others what we found within reason. But we cannot go back inside and expose them.
Alright.
It'd be negligence at that point.
Gross negligence. I'm already guilty of arson. I'm not going to be guilty of that as well.
Fortunately, I don't know if legalities are going to be a problem in the future at this rate.
We should always concern ourselves with the law. That said...
That's why we're out here.
I am going to, between my forefinger and my middle finger, take out the slip of paper, the Perenzi talisman, whatever that even means. I pluck it out from my belt. I hold it as far out as my arm will allow me towards you, Odo. And he says, if there is any power on this thing, the family man deserves to have it.
Thank you. I didn't expect that.
From a narc, a constable.
You open it up, it says, I have drugs on me, and then he shoves you towards a guard.
No! Planting evidence.
Exactly.
Oh my god!
Trying to frame me for all the laws we broke already.
I did it. Side confession.
Yeah, so you can add to your inventory Odo Perenzi Talisman of Protection and Fortune. You guys can activate it, but it's up to you when you call it in.
What exactly does it do again?
It lasts only 1 hour. I say only. It's either you gain the benefits of guidance, but only you, or you gain the benefits of protection from good and evil, but only on you.
Okay.
So it's not a hack talisman.
No protection from poison and disease.
I will say, meta, it does protect a bit against the disease.
Good.
It technically does. So
The disease is good or evil. We don't know.
Imagine if it was good.
I mean, a lot of plagues are Celestian. I think about it.
So if you take it, correct? Odo.
He's maybe pop me.
Oh, sorry, my wife came up here.
I knew it.
Yes, I do take it.
Okay. I think after you do, he'll ask, you have children?
In fact, I have 2.
What are their names?
Oh no, you called me out.
I will say, like your this is a historical, quote unquote, historical one shot. So if your characters live, you might see them later. That or maybe not. Shot, one or the other.
Ada and Odo Jr.
Ada and
OJ for short.
Their names are Ava and Ella.
Those are fine
I
names.
will request the rename on Ava. You'll see why later.
On Ava. Let's see.
Bava.
Bava.
Carla.
You know what?
Maria.
We'll do Mary.
Hell yeah.
Mary and Ella. Perfect. Those are beautiful names. I will endeavor to make sure that you see them again. Now.
I appreciate that.
So you guys return back to the bistro. Do you guys stealth? You guys know who I'm really asking this question to?
Yeah, I mean,
he's had a good track
also,
record.
Does Snack hold on to that kitchen knife, by the way?
Well, I guess it would have spores on it too. I mean, I have spores on me.
I mean, yeah, all of you.
Spores in your
yeah,
fucking lungs
I
at
mean,
this
yeah,
point.
might as well hold on to it. I will say, Snack is going to try and lead the group again, just like last time. So I will try and stealth, I think.
Okay, 17, good start.
God, I hate fucking roll 20. Stop this.
She'll find somewhere on like her belt or something to put it next to her hand axe. Where the fuck is stealth? There it is.
Oh, what a nice 5. Okay.
Rolling 5?
Yeah, that's just crazy, dog. That's just crazy, dog.
This is passive
because he
stealth,
rolled.
apparently.
What?
What about Odo? Would Odo stealth? You might be talking with Wath.
We have
Wow.
Yes, Odo will stealth, and I'll roll you that.
Hell yeah.
Boom.
Okay, well, that's just so let's see. It'd be 17 plus 5 plus 11 plus 13 divided by 4. You guys, funnily enough, still got the same number.
Well,
Because if you round up, it'd be 12 still. If some people didn't drag down the average last time, it probably would have been awesome.
Okay. Alright. Okay.
no, it's not okay,
Nice.
actually.
I'm trying so hard.
Try harder. Oh god, she's turning into one of them. Did you hear that noise?
Clicker.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All is well in the world. You guys return back to the bistro.
To the back door.
Wait, you guys can, in fact, unlock the bistro back door yourself now. So.
I am speed.
I mean, true to our word, I don't think we should go in there. So instead, does anyone do anything immediately?
No, I don't have the keys, so.
Ah, true. Shit.
I mean, we could knock, but
That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to knock thrice on the back door.
God, we never made a secret code. How are they gonna know?
Yeah, whatever. Because I'm going to do this. I whisper into like the sort of crack of the door.
The back door. You're gonna whisper into the back door crack.
You're gonna listen. You're gonna whisper to their crack.
What do you say?
Yeah, I whisper into the crack. I say, it's Gaspard. We're going to leave a set of keys in this alley back here. In a minute's time, after we leave, open the door, grab them, and close it. The sickness is spread by spores, these clouds of orange. Do not touch anything in that color.
You hear a voice from the other side. What happened tonight?
He did not make it.
You hear a sigh of defeat. Where are you all going? You can tell it's Smitho's voice.
Well, what's like the best way out? It was like towards the river, right?
Technically, yeah,
It's
the river.
the only
is
way out.
barricaded.
Yeah, the only way out is towards the river.
The question is what path you want to go.
Right. We're going to try to make for the river. See if the healthy among us can be cleared. We'll be sure to send a party here to get you all out. I swear it.
That's a high promise. That's a high ass
He swear-
promise.
he
You
swear
did get
we
a
would
nat
try.
20 persuasion earlier.
I don't even know. That's a high ass promise. Again, this was the zone that stopped getting patrols the earliest.
As I realized, oh fuck, it's shiitakes.
You promise.
I swear it. On my honor.
I will put it in your guys' hands. They can wait here. That being said, if the orders don't swing that way, or you guys die along the way, or whatever, they're stuck here. And they starve and die.
It's a death sentence, potentially.
Well, I guess they'll dehydrate and die, but whatever. So their singular ray of hope would be you guys. The other option is they go with you.
It would be quite a task to try to get them to like the farmers market where there would be food and people.
Not
Maybe
terribly
people.
hard. It wouldn't be terribly hard a task, technically. The streets have been pretty clear so far, but in terms of dodging infection, that's its own story.
Yeah.
I feel the market is more just a gathering hub of potentially just bodies and spores at that point.
That's true.
Yeah, because if anything, if there's food that's been abandoned, it might have just started molding, which is probably, the perfect breeding ground for mushrooms.
I mean, considering mold is
moldy
spores
bread.
too.
Moldy bread. Yeah.
So, if they go with you, they might die on the way. If they stay here,
they might die
you
later.
guys are you're their only way of rescue.
Yeah.
So, you guys pick as players what happens.
Oh, we have a spare
In which
knife.
case-
You guys have a woman in her. You guys have Matilda, who's again like 30s, thereabout. You guys have a halfling in your company, although people call him kid, because he just looks. In fact, he is a young halfling, but he's not actually a
Right.
child.
Oh, he's not a kid.
Yeah.
He's like
Kid with
17
kid.
or something.
Kid with 2Ds.
Hell yeah. That's cool.
And there is a guy who's kept to himself a lot. He just says to call him Brick, and he claims to be a mason.
Brick.
You guys have a semi. He doesn't think he might be a criminal, but he doesn't want to confess to it.
Hey, does Brick know like a
Is
different
that
way
right?
out? Actually, hold up.
He's not been convicted of any crimes, technically. Like you
Here's the
guys
thing.
cannot pin him on anything. He just seems like a suspicious individual.
If he's a suspicious individual, we could possibly hit him with the. You might know the only possible way out for us. If he knows like a criminal underground passage.
In that case, I think we should take them.
Sure.
Which, in that case, would you allow me to renege on some of the things I've said?
Certainly.
So, instead of,
Or rather, she could just continue of.
Oh.
It's a great promise you've given us, but if I'm being honest, Brick and Kid aren't so willing to die slowly. I don't think either of them are wanting to get out there. But it's either get out there or a slow death.
And what do you think, Matilda? How do you feel?
I'm afraid of dying. And I'm now having to choose between two deaths. You can hear her get closer to the door and whisper with a shudder in her voice. Teary. I'm scared.
Would you be willing to be brave if you had the opportunity?
I don't know if I can.
And if you had us to help you, to be brave for you.
Make me an honor roll at advantage.
Oh,
Ooh.
Does he have any bonuses to honor by chance?
He gets advantage.
He gets advantage. I don't know if he started at like 10 or higher.
13?
You loan into will, but for the person that's one shot now.
Okay.
Do I have inspiration?
No.
Damn it!
If only I had guidance or something.
Baffling.
Yeah.
She just slides a talisman to you. It's like, it'll give you advantage.
I will give the disclaimer. Sandy and honor rolls again don't play the same way all the other stats roll goes, right? Like again, if you guys are talking about a bunch of unscrupulous thieving individuals, you actually want a lower roll. If they're also scumbags, like
Because
you.
I think you're gonna be like a fucking narc.
Yeah, exactly. So in that regard, you actually want a low honor modifier, a minus modifier, because it depends entirely on who you're playing, or who you're pitching to, right?
Yeah.
So honor and sanities don't follow the same DC rules or expectations rather as normal rolls. So 13 is a pass.
Hey!
For common folk talking to common folk, I think that's fair. Well, quote unquote common folk. I don't know, but I'll try. And I can at least try. Kid, Brick, round up everything. We're getting out of here.
just go ahead and step away from the door and wait for them to open it. I mean away from the door. You know what I'm saying?
I would ask, and it's fair if you guys would like to retcon this or whatnot. Would you guys be masked or scarfed and masked up at this point? Just in your travels going forward?
Probably.
I think,
If we could
yeah.
find,
I
if
don't
we
think
could
I
find
ever would
like,
have taken my mask down once it was up.
Yeah.
especially if we could find like fabric that we can like almost guarantee doesn't have something on it. Which the best bet is probably just our own fucking shirts at that point.
The best bet or what's inside the bistro? Because that is the thing. You can talk shit about this quarantine all you want. It did seal the buildings.
Mhm.
So inside the bistro, you're actually fine. Inside
that
most
case-
buildings, you're probably fine.
In that case, probably would have had a mask. At this point, you'd probably swap it out for like a guaranteed this is good mask.
If they'll take the
Get a new
keys and
filter.
go raid. Matilda can't
Storage.
get the heart to do it.
Brick, don't
Brick
care.
can. Brick does not give a
Mhm.
shit. He's like,
My
mask up.
God, Brick.
He pulls out a crowbar.
You guys have probably heard Brick say like all of like 10 words across like the week you've been stuck in this building with him. So as you guys are assembling, you guys can hear Brick and Kid and Matilda on the other side. You can actually hear him say, "It's like this." Huh? What's this for? The spores, idiot. Oh, right, sorry. Amateurs.
I'll say it through the door.
Amateurs.
Oh, I don't know what that is, but do you have a permit for it? No, I'm kidding.
He rides out the front door. Let's board it up.
Never
You
catch
got a
me.
license for that, whatever it is.
Brick is technically the same boat as you guys. He doesn't have a level, but if he were to get a level, he probably would get a level in Pugilist.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
So he's not like a criminal, like a sneaky criminal. He's like a thug criminal.
Yeah. He's the muscle.
Yeah, he's a muscle. So eventually, Matilda, Kid, and Brick exit out, and Kid actually has to like rub his eyes a bit just because when you're stuck inside, I'll bet you do have light in there. You have windows and stuff like that, but it's just
Oh, it's so different.
it's a lot different. Yeah.
Yes.
Ah. All right, so we're out here now.
Mhm.
Don't worry, Matilda. Don't worry, all of you. I'm sure we'll get out of here just fine. He nods at all of you.
Are they
Step
masked
up
up
a
at
lip.
all?
Huh?
Are they masked up at all?
They're masked up. They're all masked up.
Okay, good.
Brick has So Matilda has also a kitchen knife as a weapon.
Mm.
Kid seems to have a set of letter openers, like 3 of them.
Hell yeah.
Brick has a
Throwing
frying pan.
openers.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
He
Frying
has, a,
pan.
he has a cast iron. Yeah.
Is it possible to get?
It's on the long handle ones. It's on the long
So
handle ones.
he's got a swing on that bitch.
Yeah.
Is it possible to make like makeshift Molotovs with the stuff we have here, or at least something that just can
Not
light
the beast.
easily?
The beast didn't insert alcohol, I'm afraid.
Shit. They're good sandwiches,
That's
not
okay.
alcohol.
No wonder this place is.
Yeah, add coffee.
No
Hey,
wonder we're all depressed.
steal some coffee.
Actually,
Might be able to make a. Wait, does it have flour?
you don't want to light up stuff in a spore-filled environment.
True.
To a certain degree. It does have flour, but... Well, I mean, I'll ask. Do you guys want Molotovs? That's your guys' goal. I'm not guaranteeing you get them yet, but there's a series of potential rolls that could happen.
I think it'd be useful, at the very least, to... At the worst case scenario, toss it on the ground behind us so it makes like a temporary fire barrier, and they're like, oh fuck, don't want to go that way. Whoever they are. At best case scenario, it's just like, oh,
Yeah.
we actually discovered this
Yeah, I'd
place
like
is
some
full of spores.
Molotovs.
Fire.
I'm
Okay.
already guilty of arson. Might as well be guilty of more arson.
If it makes you feel better, Yacht would be the one to suggest this. And
Okay.
Make me feel better.
Neither Kid nor Brick would be able to help on this front. All of you can roll me your wisdom ability
Okay.
check, because none of you have alchemist supplies. I fucking know that.
actually,
I would
I'm
say
a crack on
Yacht.
some Cs.
I would say Yacht and Odo roll with advantage, and then I will give an advantage roll for Brick as well.
Advantage.
What is it,
straight
wisdom?
Can I have
Wisdom.
disadvantage?
Never mind, Brick got you.
Alright, cool. I'm still gonna.
Go for
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, very good, very good.
Snack
Very good,
is
very good.
snack.
shit.
It's, not surprising.
Soldier gives me an insignia of rank. I totally forgot about that.
Oh my god.
You probably have
You
that
have a
on you,
badge.
like just because
Yeah,
you're off,
well-
like a Brazilian off-duty cop.
Yeah. What would that be?
This is a city, but it's not a big city.
Could it
So
just
it'd probably
be like
it'd probably just be an emblem.
yeah, just like a patch on my shirt?
It wouldn't be. It would be a pin because you have to transfer between
Okay.
shirts probably. But like an old school pin, so not like the one that has like the safety pin like thing on it. So it just, like you'd have for like
Jam it in there.
yeah, jamming in there.
Does it have like a little hook kind of thing?
No, it's like a spike and then the thing that hooks on or that locks on the back part. Right, so it's two separate pieces.
Okay, yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I don't know pin terminology, but it's like that. Yeah, Odo and Yacht, you guys. Odo, you've heard of some vengeful farmers. Yacht, you're a sailor, and there are very vengeful sailors, and sometimes you do use those Molotovs as how to say boarding gear every now and again. The catch is simply like what materials you guys have to work with. Alcohol is definitely the best, most combustible thing. Oil doesn't burn. Cooking oil doesn't burn that way,
Yeah.
But you
Kinda
guys do have
just
lantern
smokes.
oil.
Hey.
And so the lantern oil inside the bistro, once you guys empty everything out, might give you guys 3 Molotovs. Brick will get you a 4th, and he'll make them more potent. Because, and here's a fun fact, if you put sugar in a Molotov, it burns for longer.
Ooh.
Yep.
And he
Why do you
just
say it with
happens
such
to-
confidence, Cop?
He just happens to know that information, just like Cop. So, you guys do get 4 Molotovs, and they do burn 1 round longer. So they burn for 2 rounds.
That's mad.
They're not exactly
I will not
meant to-
question.
Yeah, they're not exactly meant to be like, they're not alchemist fire.
Right.
But they do burn.
They kick a little bit better.
So they burn for 2 rounds. They do a d4 damage if you're combusted or stuck in there or whatever.
And it covers just a 5-foot area.
I think they have 5-foot radius, so it'd just be like a
Right.
a
So
circle.
square and then a circle around it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Nice.
like that.
That's some good coverage for like 2 rounds. Good coverage.
Yep. All right. Well, all kid up then. Let's step to it then.
Now, our options for
Yes.
getting out of here.
You guys can pass through the residential district, the market district, my bad, or the public gardens.
Public gardens.
The public gardens is definitely much more open, for better and worse, right?
Yeah.
The residential zone will be sort of like the sprawl you guys are going through right now. It's going to be a lot of tight alleys and things like that. The market sector does open up a fair bit. I guess you call it the in-between, semi-literally. Because there'll be wider streets and stuff like that for like stalls and things like that to get set up in, as well as storefronts that if you guys want to potentially try to loot. That being said, who knows what's inside? In fairness, who knows what's inside the residential zone?
And our avenues for when we actually, if we actually get to the river, we could.
You guys would have to pass through this fortification line, which has a series of checkpoints here and there. Guard outposts. There is a central one in the middle here. This like what, or my bad, here. This wider zone around it is for a reason. There are, as you guys get closer to, the reason is because it just is an open zone for guards to see further out.
Okay, yeah.
As you guys get closer, the chance of you guys running into a guard patrol increase. They haven't pulled out of the zone entirely. They definitely pulled out of
Just
this
not
zone that you guys
this
are currently in.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So the chances increase as you guys get closer, but they're not guaranteed, nor
And-
possible.
And we could.
More than likely, it's just shoot on sight.
Yeah, it depends on how you guys play it.
Yeah. And
If
we
you
could,
jump out and throw a Molotov and say down, just down, yeah, it's gonna be on site.
On
they
sight!
might give us a warning.
Yeah,
Turtle lights and Molotov.
You're literally asking for trouble.
Yeah.
But if you're injured or something like that, and it's like help, 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 they might not just blast you immediately. It depends entirely on how you guys present yourself.
Okay. Alternatively, we could try and sneak out of here.
You could, if only you knew someone that might know a way around it.
If only we had a criminal
Uh,
contact slowly turns to brick.
Yeah,
If only I was willing to stealth. Yeah.
he is right. He is right.
So, our.
I will say,
I guess-
supposedly there are healer stations on the guard side, supposedly, for anyone that is
infected,
allowed
but
to
not
be
too far.
extracted, anyone that's allowed to be extracted, they'll do a medical check on them. Who knows how competent those medical people are, but, you'd rather have the Medicaid than not have the Medicaid.
Exactly.
But they are reserved for people that are allowed to leave.
So first order of business would be which of these 3 districts you want to go through.
Yep.
I
What's
vote
your guys' pathing?
Do our characters know that they're segregated in this way? Or is it just
They're
this
not
entire
full
region?
segregated like the lines. I just drew that for simplicity's sake.
Sure.
But they sort of this is generally the residential zone. You might find a shop or a cafe here or there. This is the market district, but obviously there's some houses here
There's
on
bleeding.
the second floor, stuff like that. The public gardens also likely has some shops and buildings and fancier homes in it or near it, stuff like that. So they're not exactly locked out specifically that. They're just zoned like that.
Right. But I think we have enough locals in this group to know the general layout of the town.
Yeah, you guys absolutely do. Absolutely do.
Then I assume, at the very least, Brick knows his way around a la Urchin's background feat.
Do you guys ask him? Because he definitely doesn't pitch it.
Yeah. I ask the group entirely, but I look directly at Brick and say,
what do you say?
which one of you knows how to, I look at Brick, get around without being seen?
He's looking down, he scratches his nose through his mask.
Stop there, criminal scum.
Cade follows your gaze and looks at Brick. Matilda follows your gaze and looks at Brick.
I
He's still
stutter,
looking at the ground.
looking over to Brick.
I look at Brick like fucking Hans Landa.
He looks up. Why are you guys trying to single me out? I'm not a criminal.
What do you mean? I didn't say that. Who said criminal? I didn't say criminal.
Literally knows. Why did I mimic your accent? Literally, no one said criminal.
I mean, you're a Mason, allegedly. I would imagine you know around a good chunk of the city is.
I come from a long line of bricklayers, yeah. Kid also goes. Yeah. Yeah. They get around, do they, Brick? Yeah, a lot of contracts everywhere. Oh, is that what they call it? Metal slaps you in the back head. Now's not the time, kid. Sorry, couldn't help it. Roll me an intimidation check.
Oh,
can I help?
They help.
Yeah, because I
I
am.
will give you advantage and a reroll. Because you probably
Pog.
because you technically have 5 sources of advantage at this point.
Mm-hmm.
The reroll is only 1 reroll though.
Oh,
Holy
God.
shit.
Oh my god!
That's what I was
Please
gonna-
better.
Okay, there you go.
Well, it's more than twice that, so.
How stiff upper lip
It's-
is Brick?
Let's find out.
Be weak. Be weak. He's so weak. He cracks immediately. He'd be the snitch. He would die and
Oh
be a
my
snitch.
god!
Reveal all to me, criminal scum!
Comparatively, he crumbles like a cookie. What does that look like?
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about, officer.
I don't
goes
get
down-
in his face because I may be
Sweat
covered in
goes down the side of
spores.
his head.
But I grab my belt and I pull it up like a police officer who's
Fucking hell.
like standing at your car window. Like I pull up on my gun belt that I don't have. I do have a gun belt because my gun is tucked into my belt.
Oh,
Sorry, the gun I confiscated is tucked into my
he looks at the gun.
Yeah, the one he didn't have before leaving and has now.
Really? Because I'm familiar enough with guard patrol routes. I would assume you are as well. Am I mistaken? Are you not wanting to get out of here alive, monsieur?
No. I want to get out of it just as much as anyone else. And I think that's a
Well,
very
that's
fair...
all common.
Yeah, and, I don't want to have to deal with the plague, any lingering sickness, or other consequences once I get out of here.
Well, you're luck. You are in luck then, because much to my chagrin, monsieur, I cannot think of anything you would need to face the consequences for.
You swear that, Eulonian?
It is the truth.
I want to hear you swear it. Swear. You ain't gonna rat me out once this is done. I want to promise.
I mean, I don't know anything. I literally do not know any crimes that this guy has committed. I only know that he's committed them.
Yep. So he's asking for immunity now, right before he does
From this moment forward.
Yeah.
You will know he does crimes. You're going to not say anything.
I swear to you. Let me get out of your life. You will not be immediately. You will not be clapped in irons. I won't say immediately. That sounds like I'm trying to.
This sounds like
You
my
will
arm, which
that
into-
sounds like a Safarian promise.
Yeah, trying to manipulate an oath is to be in your favor is not. That doesn't strike me. As
That's not
funny.
honorable, no.
So, I swear to you, you will not be arrested once we get out of here.
He nods at that and scans across everyone else. And none of the other you are rats, right?
I'm of
Right.
course a saving my town.
We set a building on fire. So, no.
You did? Oh shit. So I got something on you now. Okay, let's go.
Indeed, I can you, Dawson.
Oh fuck. I don't know, I could trust your promise now, Eulonian. Set fire as a god. Ooh, they'll put you in irons for that. But hey, we can suffer together. Go on. Let's see. If I want to get out of here, sneaky takey like, where'd I go? Let me ask you all this. He looks at Odo. Oh, I know the answer for you, old timer. But the rest of you, how much do you all like shit?